up, guys? I'm Nathan Burk. This is Road Rave, and today we're going to be checking all the stuff out here at the Dayton Cruise-In. Right from the get-go, we saw this beautiful 1957 Corvette, and not just any C1, as if there ever were, but a limited edition hardtop, completely restored after 9 years of dedication from the owner. Bringing her all the way from a rusted chassis with rat holes in the seat to a streamline 100% factory cruiser. And not only does she look beautiful, but it actually gets driven. With the owner telling us he puts around 3,000 miles on her a year, it's great to say that this C1 is truly being treated the way it deserves. And after a bit more walking around, we stumble upon a car that's seen a bit of shade from us at Road Rave, and by us, I mean me. The DeLorean could have potentially been one of the deadliest cars of all time. Nice! Cruising. Thought this was my first time ever getting to see one in person, so I tried to look at the concepts. Never actually seen one of these up close. You can see some small wear and tear, stuff like that right here, but I mean, 95% of this thing is just perfect. It looks like it was right out of the factory, kept in such great condition. You see, I mean, it looks like it's actually being driven, which is really rare. So it's good to see that the owner not only appreciates it, keeps it nice, but he isn't afraid to actually take it out on the road as well. Yeah, I mean, just a beautiful car all around. All that said, though, it's still my belief that neither the pizzaz nor the time travel can replace the fact that this thing is slower than a Prius in the fast lane and deadlier than Chuck Norris with a set of nunchucks. The next crazy classic to grace our presence was the baddest GTO you've ever seen. So how long would you say it took to get to kind of where it's at now? 43 years. 43 years.
I've been working hard.
With mods including a tubbed out chassis, a 4 9-inch rear end, 4 elite coilovers in the back, and get this, it's actually reliable. As it would turn out, the owner drives it all the time too. And by all the time, we mean all the freaking time. Racking up around 20,000 miles in the last 2 years alone. And get this, the paint is 29 years old and still looking great. The owner did the whole thing on his own, personally either fabricating or installing literally everything but the interior sewing. And he's happy to report that it's still an ongoing project. The next crazy contraption to cross our paths was none other than the hilarious slingshot. All 185 horses and 1,700 pounds of it. And after a bit of talking with the owner, it turns out this slingshot was actually one of the first to ever get off production line. And he actually drives it with around 3,800 miles on it. And it gets crazier. What if I were to tell you that practically the entire Polaris slingshot is made by GM?
What?
Yeah, and by pretty much completely made by GM, we're talking about it turns out the slingshot is said to be a phenomenal drift car. Counting this one, both of the owners that I've talked to have reported that it's the best drifting machine they've ever driven.
Damn!
So to start this one off, we're going to point out the obvious, the amazing paint scheme. Now the story behind this is that there's actually 26 different colors of candy on the car, and each had to be sprayed on individually and layered. For each cross section of paint you see on the car, there were several colors layered in to get it. No graphics, all paint. And get this, it was a former indoor ISCA show car. Interior customizations include button seats as well as modified gauges. As always, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe.